Okay, I was fussing with his hat a little bit again, and I'm probably going to bring it down a little bit more. I don't want it real wide, or you know, I want things to kind of blend together. But in the front here, he has a harness here that holds on to the drum. We're going to put that in. We're going to put the drumsticks in. I redid his feet a little bit. I put a little sided slant here to show that this is his sandal. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and put that, you know, that his feet are really well on the sandals there. Kind of separated the 2 feet a little bit in the center, but not by much, but it kind of all blends together. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start putting in the drum and the this portion. So there's one string that goes down, and then this kind of loops around underneath here. So go ahead and draw that on. And so what I'm going to do is this loops down, so let's put one stop cut down to the drum on both sides here of the line. And then we're going to take this one, and bring it up and around, just like so, right underneath that hat. Alright, if you have to turn it around, you can do that. And then we're going to carve up to it. Alright, up to that stop cut we just put in. Whoops, don't want to do that. Do not want to do that. Let's spray this a little bit. Now you're going to lose some of that when you spray, because it will swell the wood, like I said before. Just taking the tip of the knife and making like a large V cut on one side, 1/2 V cut. Take your time. Let me do this back here where I can see it a little bit better. Okay. Let me do the other side so you can see what it looks like when it's done like that. I'm going to have to take it back here to do some of this because it's so small. This piece isn't real big. But, okay, so that's what it should look like when you cut that out. Okay. See the band here. All right. Not this. It's right here. You see it's raised a little bit. And you're going to do the same thing here. Now you're going to ignore this here because that's going to be trimmed off. And this is going to come up around to the back, again to the hat. Now I can't get underneath there. You need to turn it around. Go the other way and put the tip of the knife in there. Alright. Again, we're going to just slowly. Now, see what I'm doing? I'm doing a little bit like a slicing motion. If it's a real delicate area, you can do that. Instead of just pushing straight forward, where you can actually cut something off that you don't want to. Use that slicing motion. Sometimes that helps. I was explaining that to one of the students. Had a hard time making a clean cut. Sometimes using that slicing motion helps quite a bit with making clear, crisp cuts. Alright. And we're going to go up underneath the neck here and put that little cut in yet. And that gets a little tough in there, but you can get in there with a knife. It's important to have a detail knife if you don't have one, to get one with a little point on it. Alright, so alright. So there's our harness for the drum. Now we're going to do the drumsticks itself, so we're just going to follow the lines I created here, just like you did when you did little pockets on the Santas. Putting a nice straight. Sorry about all the noise outside, jeez. A lot of traffic here lately. Okay, And we're going to come down a little bit, just like so. Alright, so that's one. Now where it meets up here with the hand, you just want to go on either side of the hand and cut it out so you can get a clean cut when you make the sweep. See how I just did that? Okay. And you want to take it down a little bit because we're going to round those up a little bit here. Of course they'll be painted brown so they stand out really well. Okay. Up here the same thing, we're going to come down on either side, up here. Let me take it back here and finish up the last part. It's so teeny tiny. Okay, I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, so there's this drumstick. Now we're going to do the other one. And the hard part with doing two of anything on a carving is trying to make stuff match. You know, I do everything by just freehand a lot of times, and with the drawings and such on these carvings. And it really is hard to get everything to be the same. Whether it's the two arms or two eyes or 2 feet, you know, the boots or the drumsticks. And whatever there's two of something, it's a little more challenging to try to make things match up. That is part of... Okay, now I'm going to go up here and clean things out a little bit. Go back and recut. If it doesn't come out clean, you'll just want to go back and recut it. Alright, or spray it a little bit, then you don't have to put as much pressure on it. Alright. Going to make that much deeper, and then I'm going to go back. Remember I talked about, if you've been following, redefining your lines. It will make a big difference in your carving if you can do that. Go back and recut everything after you round it up, and just to make it stand out even further. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to round off these little sticks. I'm going to go take them a little bit deeper, and then we're going to do the drum, the hand yet, and the hair. We've got a few things to do yet. We'll be back.